Hey curious kids, it's time for Science Thursday with Dr. Martha. Let's get started. Before we start science, you want to make sure that you are wearing clothes that your parents say is okay to get dirty. You also want sleeves that are not going to get in your way, so let's roll these up before we get started. Today's science activity comes from 365 science activities published by Usborne Publishing and distributed by Paper Pilot. For today's experiment, you are going to need some nylon thread. Polyester thread is also fine. You are going to need 2 pencils, and you're going to tie that length of thread to each of the pencils so that you can kind of pull on them and make a taut thread. And then you're going to need an ice cube. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the thread, make it really tight, and we are going to press down on these ice cubes and see if we can cut them in half just with this thread. Are you ready? Isaac is my scientist in charge trying this out today. We've elevated the ice up here so that we have room to press down with the thread, and he is going to go ahead and place that right on top, make it nice and tight, and then just slowly and gently and consistently press down, make it nice and tight. What do you guys see is happening?
Oh, it's sinking.
Is it sinking into the ice cubes?
Very slowly.
Very slowly sinking into the ice cubes. Can you guys see that? Check it out. Keep it nice and tight. You can see that the thread is actually starting to work its way through the ice. What we're doing here is that we are actually increasing the pressure on the ice with the string at a very, very thin point. And what happens when we increase the pressure on the ice is that we actually decrease the melting temperature where that pressure is highest. This is exactly the same way that ice skates work. Ice skates have a cup-shaped bottom. So the edge of your blade comes down, it reaches the ice at a point, and then it scoops up and comes back down and reaches the ice at another point, and then goes back up the side of the ice skate. So when you're sharpening your ice skates, what you're doing is increasing this curve in here to make 2 very, very skinny points that are sliding along the ice. And as they're sliding along the ice, they are creating a very, very thin bead of melt that is allowing your ice skate to move on the ice. And then as soon as the pressure of those points on the ice is gone, as soon as your skate moves past, the ice refreezes again because the pressure has been released. That is exactly the same thing that is going on here. We're increasing the pressure, melting a teensy, teensy, teensy bit of the ice along the string so that the string will sink into the ice, and then immediately it refreezes around the string on the other side as the string passes through. It's your turn.